Well, welcome to Track is Your Field. We're at the state cross-country meet, just finishing up with the 2A girls and boys, handing out awards at this time. And we have the state champion with us right now, Audrey.
Bethay.
I let her do that so I didn't butcher it. Well, Audrey, are you the only runner that Hampton High School has for cross-country?
I'm not the only runner. Our cross-country team is definitely growing right now, so we have some other runners, but none of them are, I don't want to say, none of them are as serious about it as I am. I really found my love for cross-country, so I take it really serious, and I take my practices really serious. So we do have a team, but not a team that competes very well.
Well, and again, you got to build a program, and that's kind of what it sounds like you're doing. What grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
Junior. So we got to come defend that title next year.
Definitely.
So what kind of training do you do during the year to get to this point? When did y'all you personally get started on your training to get ready for this?
Well, following track season, I had kind of an upset with my knee. I hurt my knee, so it took a bit to get over that. But after I got my knee better, I started building up my mileage and just kind of did some base mileage. And then once season got closer, I started doing some workouts and just trying to stay consistent. That's the only thing that matters, is just making sure you show up and put in that work, you know.
Absolutely. It pays off as a state championship.
Yes.
So training-wise, grass, road, where did you do those type things there?
Well, I definitely live in the middle of nowhere, so I run on gravel roads. Every now and then I can get just some hard roads, but I do train on the grass sometimes. There are times I have to just do my workout on the treadmill, which is not ideal, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. When you don't, our high school doesn't have a track, so that kind of comes with its problems. But I do what I have to do to.
So, and going back, and because this is Track is Our Field podcast, so during track season, where do y'all train to get ready for a track?
I pulled some strings, and I can practice on a nearby high school. Like our track program is growing too,
yes.
So not everyone is quite as dedicated, but I do have a nearby high school that they allow me to practice on the track.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's
it
awesome.
is, definitely.
On that, well, what do you look at your future? I mean, do you want to run collegiately? Are you, hey, when we get to college, I just want to focus on my academics? What are you thinking there?
Well, right now, of course, I don't know exactly, but I love running so much, and I definitely would love to continue doing it at the competitive level, but not to the extent where I burn out on it. You know, I'd like to find a team that feels like kind of like a family, and I can just continue to do what I like and not burn out.
And it could happen. And I went to Southern Arkansas University on a track. I was a pole vaulter in that, and loved the small, like you said, the small college. I could do my academics, go down there and vault and have a good time. And those things are important, on that end. So talk about your mileage. What kind of mileage were you putting in? I mean, like first the summer, middle summer, were you going 10 miles a week, 20 miles a week, or do you really?
Well, I did track it quite a bit. I had, I guess I had like a little notebook. It just helped me keep myself accountable. But I think at my peak mileage week, I had about 50 miles a week. And a lot of those were just easy, just cruising miles. And then I'd throw in a workout in every now and then. But my peak was definitely 50, and then as races started, I kind of started to taper down just so my legs were fresh. I did have some hip issues throughout the season, so I took off a couple races, but I think in doing that, I was really prepared for state.
Well, and that's so good. Again, I was a high school coach as well, and that you knew your body, and you knew, hey, it's time to pull back. And that's important, because today's the day. 4 weeks ago when whatever it was you were hurting, that wasn't the championship. You got to come in here fresh and ready to go. Well, who trained you? Who is your coach? Your mom, your dad? Or
we do have a coach, and she has learned a lot over the past 2 years about cross country and running, and props to her for that. But I do have some outside people that help me. I have some online coaches, and then physical therapy, but I also do a lot of research on my own. I've learned a lot about running, and then I definitely think my biggest supporter is my dad. He, sometimes in the race, it sounds kind of silly, but if I'm struggling, I was just like, if I can just see my dad again,
yes.
I can just hear him yell at me one more time.
Well, my dad coached me, so I've got yelled at a lot, and I wasn't looking forward to seeing him on that end of it. So where do you go from here? Are you hoping maybe to get to run in that Arkansas-Oklahoma All-Star
I
meet?
definitely think it would be a great exposure. Right now, my hip is hurting just a little bit, but I mean, I kind of expected that to happen because it's just a little nagging injury that I have right now. But if I can get that controlled, I would definitely love to just go and experience that and just compete against some really amazing runners.
So indoor season-wise, have you ever ran indoor?
Unfortunately, at our school, we don't have that opportunity. I think if I really wanted to, I could probably, but just considering there are not a lot of indoor meets around me. I mean, I live in like really South Arkansas, almost Louisiana, so that would just be kind of hard. But I'm definitely going to train throughout the winter season going into track season because I really enjoy track too. I was the 2-mile state champion last year, so I'm hoping to defend that title as well.
Well, and the university puts on a meet like January the 17th. That's just kind of an invitational. You can't run but you can go to that. And then I think this year they're having to move the state indoor meet up to like late January. But, that you could come as an individual and your parents, if the school writes a note saying that they're there, you can come and do that. And that indoor facility at U of A is crazy good.
Wow.
But I would love personally to see you there. But, you got to do what you got to do and health and that. But I'm so excited. It was fun to watch you run today. You looked really comfortable.
Thank you.
You didn't look like you were pressing. You just felt like looked like you were within yourself. And congratulations. And I look forward to seeing you outdoor.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
We'll be back with other people as we get on into this state cross country. Welcome back to Track is Our Field. I'm talking to the state championship coach of the Quitman Bulldogs. I was going to say something else, and I'm glad that's why you're here. Coach, what do you think? 7 in a row. Quitman's got it rolling. How do you feel about that?
I feel really good. They always tell you the first one's always the sweetest, but, when you do what these girls have done, it's like I told them before the race, it's the girls, this streak started when you were in the 5th grade, you were in the 4th grade, you were in the 3rd grade, and my freshmen were in the 2nd grade. And that, when you start looking at it from that angle, it's like, what an accomplishment.
So what Quitman, I've got the great track. You host state track meets there all the time. You've won state track. And that what has made Quitman come alive in cross country and track and field? Is it community? Is it just kids are seeing success and everybody wants to be a part of it? What's making Quitman be in that team?
I think it's a lot of factors. I don't think there's just one factor that makes something that big and to be that successful. I think it has to be a community thing. Quitman supports their athletics better than any school I've ever coached in. And there's a desire to win. You got the parent support. Running isn't something that every kid wants to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think we've convinced our girls if you want to be successful in all your sports, then you got to learn to run. And what's a better venue than cross country and track to run?
Absolutely. I mean, I coached in the year, and my football head coach, he believed in track to get our kids faster in that, and we had success and turned around and had success in the football field. We believe that too, but I 100% agree with you on that. And Tim, did I introduce you? Tim Hooten is the coach here. I'm sorry, I went right into it without introducing him. When do y'all start? When do you gather your kids and start your cross country? Summer, middle summer, end of summer? When do you kind of get cranking with it?
Well, again, see, that's part of our philosophy. We don't stop. We run. We always run. We run year round. They're athletes. It doesn't matter what sport they're in. I still require them to run, because do we run like we run once we, like you just said, gather up and start? No, we start like in August.
Okay.
Early August, and but we come in having run all summer.
Right.
So, I mean, it's not like it's cross country.
Right.
I don't look at it from that standpoint. I look at it from a total athletic standpoint. You got to run all the time.
Yes, I totally agree with you. Well, get a little bit of background. Tell us a little bit about you. Where you been? Where you come from?
Well, I originally was, Arkansan. I started here, but when I was in high school, we moved out of state, and this is my 3rd state to coach in, and I've had similar successes everywhere I've been. And it's, at this point, we're just looking to start to close it down.
What drew you to cross country and track? Did you do that in high school and that, or is it just?
I did track. My sons did cross country. I'm also the basketball coach, and my oldest son. A lot of people would always say, "Does it bother you that he doesn't play basketball?" And it's like, no, he loves to run. He wanted to be a runner. He liked to play golf, and he wanted to be a doctor.
There you go.
Well, he's the doctor. He's running, and he's still playing golf.
Lifetime skills.
Lifetime skills.
Lifetime.
So.
Well, what do you look for? How many did you have coming back next year as far as team goes?
We only lost one. We only lose one senior.
Okay.
The 3 girls that made All-State are all coming back next year.
Well,
And then we've got a couple that were injured that would have been running if they had been injured, and they'll be back next year. So we're looking for a great year.
I was going to say, going and then coming out, get off a basketball season for you, and then coming out for track.
Yeah.
What do we look forward to the track season?
I think we're going to be extremely competitive again, like we were last year. We won the state in track and the girls track last year, and I think both our boys and our girls will be really competitive in the track season.
Well, that track meet started at Gurdon and ended up in Quitman.
That's correct. It did.
As I was the starter for that fiasco, but I thank y'all as a school district for stepping up, because that was
when they said they were going to cancel, I'm like, no, we're not. These kids have worked way too hard and way too long for something that and we can host it. We can host it. Like you said, give us 2 days, we're ready.
That's
and
it.
We were.
And you were, and it was outstanding. Well, Coach, I appreciate your time. I look forward to next year. Let's see this 8-peat here and see what's going. And how many have you won up to this point as a school? I know you had a little break there where y'all 10?
We won 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Folks out there, hey, Quitman, you need to check them out. And if you get to track meets in the spring, you need to look out for Quitman, because they've got a good thing going. Coach, we appreciate your time, and good luck to you the rest of the year.
Thank you. We appreciate being here.
This is Track is Our Field podcast. We're going to take a break, and we'll hopefully, if we got the 3As on the course right now. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, we're back with Track is Our Field. Just finished up with the 3A women's race, and I'm just making sure I wasn't going 4A. That's the next race I got to start. We got Gabby and Maggie Bishop from Providence go 1-2 as sisters in the state championship. Ran great races, kind of hot this afternoon. Ladies, how did y'all feel about the heat today? Did it affect you much?
I think it affected us a little bit, just because we've been training in colder weather recently, but I think we did a really good job pushing through. Whenever we have conditions like this, our whole team just says everyone's going through it, so if we can just do it together, let's go. And I think we did a really good job pushing through it. I don't think it affected us too much mentally, but maybe affected us a little bit physically.
What do you think, sis?
For sure, definitely wasn't expecting that heat, but I think we did a great job pushing through, and just like Gabby said, just knowing that all the other competitors are going through the heat too, so not just us.
Absolutely. Well, I'm just looking here. We go 1, 2, 4, 5, and 8 as a team. Score 20. Let me get it back here. 20, right at 20 points. We need to get on to those other folks for getting 8th place. Come on, let's get in there and get 6th. What does it feel like to have a team that's that dominating? I mean, y'all did dominate today. I mean, what does it feel like to have other girls that on your team? Just because they don't kind of get the sometimes pats on the back like the winners and runners up do. What? Talk about your team.
They're so awesome. I mean, I'm so honored to be a part of a team like Providence. Just even the girls in both teams, girls and guys, we're just such a strong, we have such a strong bond, and it's such a blessing to get to be their leader. It's such a blessing to get to run with them every single day. We have so many different things we do. We like to blast music in the hotel room while getting ready. Obviously, we put the glitter all in the hair. So we have so many things that we do as a team, and they work so hard. So I'm really proud of them. I think some things happened today that I think we weren't expecting. Like a couple of girls were maybe hurting a little bit more than usual. So I'm really proud of them for kind of stepping up and still doing really, really well.
Well, and it's good in the division before y'all, the 2A, little young lady that won it from Hampton. She was it. She's out training by herself. Pushing herself.
Yeah.
It's got to be great to have others, especially sisters that are very competitive, I'm sure. But to have those teammates there when maybe the day I don't feel real good, and that they can pick you up and make you feel, hey, I got to train because we're out here when maybe you don't want to. That's impressive. But again, just where you're finishing. Well, tell me all your accolades, and because I don't know the difference between you. Am I talking to Gabby?
Yes, I'm Gabby.
Okay, Gabby. I apologize for that. Tell me all of your things that you've done in the last 2 years, from last year's cross country to track season to right now. What things you accomplished?
Well, I think I've accomplished a lot, like as just a person in general. But in terms of cross country, last year was my first year in the AAA, so it was really nice to get that first time state experience. So that was really fun, and I went to the postseason, had some good meets there, so that was really nice. Track season was full of just growth, getting a stronger racer. I think this whole year, committing to Arkansas has helped me really look forward into the future, being okay, I'm the senior now, I'm the one that needs to be leading the pack, and I need to be winning some of these races. And I think having my coach there just really helped me through this past year and a half. I think from last year's cross country state meet to this year's cross country state meet, I've grown so much as a person. And yeah, I mean, I think it's been a really good stretch so far, and I'm really blessed to have had the success.
Well, sister, what do you think about since last cross country season to now?
Yeah, I think, I've definitely learned so much through every single race. I've grown not only as a runner but as a person, and I'm just learning how to move up. And with Gabby being a senior this year, I think it's getting to the point where I'm starting to learn more leadership traits and finding my spot on the team. So yeah, super grateful for everyone who's been impacting that, and just all these opportunities to continue to grow.
Well, I know we've committed to Arkansas. Coach Johnson and that crew just was visited with Coach Johnson Tuesday. I was in Fayetteville, and we had our officials meetings up there, and Coach visited and talked with us about the year, and he's excited about what's coming. Said it's going to be young, and you're stepping in there. And Pila Meyer, she's an old Lake Hamilton young lady that's up there. It's awesome when we have ladies from Arkansas on the team.
Yeah.
And over the years, the success, and with you going there, I know that's even going to build more success for Arkansas in what y'all do. Family-wise, is it just you two, or do y'all got brothers and sisters? Or
We got two other sisters. One's older, and she's a sophomore at the University of Arkansas. She's not running there, but she's an academic warrior. So.
Well, I don't know anything about I don't know anything about that personally, about that academic year.
And then we got a younger one who will be a freshman next year, so she'll be picking it up and banging up with Maggie next year.
That's awesome.
In my place.
That's it. Well, I know Mom and Dad have to be proud of y'all. I can just tell looking at y'all have got a good heart, and you care about other people, and you care about each other and support each other, and thanks for taking time to talk to this old man here on Track Is Our Field. We look forward to seeing what's going to happen in the spring, and as you go on to the university, as you come back to be the leader next year, to see the things y'all are going to accomplish. But know the people of Arkansas, we know you, and we're proud of you and what you're doing for track and field and cross country. Us old folks have been in it for a long time. It's awesome to see. And thank you for your time, and good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, this is Track Is Your Field. We're going to take a little break and be back in a little bit. Well, we're back on Track Is Our Field. I got Coach Ramsey of the Providence Patriots, and just to visit with him a minute. I just got through talking to you two Bishop young ladies that went 1-2. I told him I got on to them because your number 8 should have been 7th or 6th, to go 1-2. But man, what an awesome job by your team today, Coach. What do you think about all that?
I was really pleased the effort that they gave out there. That we had a couple people kind of banged up, trying to get to the end of the season. Gutted it out for us and did a great job. The Bishop girls, they do what the Bishop girls did. They get out there and ran hard. Jane did a good job for us. She's the one that was really injured, and she fought her way through and finished 5th for us. So
right.
She's usually our 3rd. She's a really good runner as well, but she balanced some injuries, maybe a little overtrained.
Well, that happens too.
Yes.
It does. Just talking to your young ladies there, the Bishop girls, just talking about the team. You know, they were very positive about having that team set and all of them together. What do you think it takes to build a good team like that?
I tell you what, they are the best of friends. You know, a faith-based group. You know, they really believe in each other. You know, and they're just really good friends. And they've worked hard. You know, a lot of long hours makes you good friends. You know, you go through difficult things. That really supports a friendship when you've gone through hard things. You know, and so they have to. You know, since the last couple of years, worked real hard together, and so that brings them to be really close together.
Well, what all of a sudden Providence Academy's there? What has brought Providence into the limelight of cross country and track and field? I know, well, you can say, well, the Bishop girls. Well, there's other girls on that team. We didn't win state today because of those two. We won state because of a team. So what has made it explode at Providence?
I tell you what, the willingness of the whole group to just go ahead and believe in what we ask them to do and go ahead and do it. You know, they'll train, they rely on me to give them a little direction to it, but they're willing to do so, and they're just so disciplined as a whole group and everything that they do. There's academics and their sports. You know, they're very well.
Hey, where is the
Great
coach's name
kids.
going to be?
Just 1 second. It's at the start line.
Thank you.
Thank you. We had to finish that. Go ahead, Coach. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just a really close group, and they've worked so hard together. You know, the discipline within the group is just amazing, you know, that they're willing to work, and you have to really be careful with them because if you ask too much of them, you know, they're going to end up a little lame, but they're a good group of kids.
Well, that was always, I just tried to get them on the bus healthy.
That's right.
Well, give a little background about you and where you came from and what got you to this point of track and field and cross country.
Well, I high school graduated over at Pea Ridge. I've coached at Rogers for 14 years. I coached at Gentry for 14 years, mainly football and track. But I've always loved cross country. You know, always been active in it, but just not coaching a whole lot of it. Then when I retired from the football scene, I went to Siloam and worked over at Siloam for 2 or 3 years of cross country and really got to loving the sport, you know. I always have loved it, you know. So that's kind of where I've came from.
Well, I was going to say, you've put in the years and you've kind of got to do it all. And now you, like I said, what a great group of girls to train. And you know, one's going to go to University of Arkansas, but the others are still there, and you got one coming up from junior high, a couple from junior high here. You're going to have it rolling up there for a while yet.
A bunch of good kids, yeah. I think it looks still good. You know, the numbers are up after last year. Our numbers went up, which was what we really needed. We didn't have a lot of depth coming into last year, but it has built, and we got a good group all the way down now.
Well, when people see success, they want to be a part of it.
Do they jump on it?
But the thing is, they see how hard those young people are training, and that makes them want to train.
Yeah, that's a big thing. They follow what they saw ahead of them, you know, and so the younger kids are willing to do that because they want to have the same good days like this, you know.
Hey, and they can get on the podcast.
That's right.
Well, Coach, out there giving awards, and I don't want you to miss that. But thanks for your time, and good luck. Look forward to seeing y'all in the spring and what you do.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, we'll be back in a little bit. Well, we're back on. The track is our field / cross country. We're at the state 4A girls competition. We have Riley Ferris with us from Heber Springs. She's a sophomore, and she is the cross country state champion. How does it feel, Riley, to be that state champion?
It feels really good. I'm really excited about it.
Well, were you expecting today to win? I mean, what realistically when you came in, were you thinking top 10, top 5, or I can win it?
I was going for number 1. I mean, I knew it would be like a really hard race because I'd been watching the times and I knew it'd have some competition, but number 1 was what I wanted to come away with.
I always
Yeah.
going to. Well, you and the girl from Warren hooked up.
Yep.
Did she just fall off? I never did. She just fall off the last little bit of the race? I never saw her finish.
It was after about 2 miles, and I started to get in front of her. It was like about a 3-step difference, which is about the biggest gap we'd had the whole race. And then from there, I just kind of kept going, and the gap, it just stretched all of a sudden.
And I don't know if she ever finished or not. When I was there, I didn't see her in the top 15, so I don't know. As they say in track, you broke her.
Yeah.
At that point. I mean, you made that little surge, and she couldn't answer it. And what happened? You're a state champion.
Yes, sir.
There at Heber Springs. Well, Heber Springs has been known for their track and field over the years.
Yeah.
Coach Harold Wilson that was there, him and Coach Goldman, the track's named after them.
Yep.
I know them. I was coaching when they were coaching,
Oh,
so I
that's
tell
so
you how
cool.
old I am.
Yeah.
But When did you begin getting prepared for this year's cross country? Did you start back in the summer? The coaches say, hey, let's just get some mileage in. When did you get cranking to start preparing?
I probably started about early June-ish, like just started running some easy miles, and then about July, like started kicking in like those speed workouts, and then August was like, full blown like up and up the mileage and like the speed workouts every weekend.
So what was your biggest week mileage-wise?
Well, I also play basketball, so I don't like, get a bunch of miles like some of the other runners do, but probably, I don't know, 20 or more, 25, something like that.
And you're comfortable, like I said, and then allows you to have, basketball practice and getting ready, because that's already gets started next week, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Well, on that end of it. Teammate-wise, what's it like to have a team to compete?
Oh, it's so much fun. Like, we have so much fun together, and it's just like we're all encouraging each other and like having fun, and it's just like cross country is such an awesome sport because everybody encourages each other and it's really chill and everybody gets excited for each other. So.
Well, do you see that though, talking with other schools? I mean, do you build relationships with other athletes at other schools?
Yeah, like we'll come up, like we'll meet at one meet, and like after the race we'll be talking and be like, good job, and those, like from then on we'll be like friends, like at every race we're like, well, how did you do, so you can just make friends like through cross country.
And that's the thing that I've liked as a former track athlete and coaching, and that is this camaraderie of track and field. Like if you see somebody do great hurdles, you go and encourage, hey man, that was awesome. Even they may have beat me, but you got to see somebody really go, and that's the thing I do like about it. It's an individual sport, but you can encourage others, but deep down, hey, I want to be number one, which you were today.
Yes.
So after basketball, during the season of basketball, will you continue to train a little bit for that, or would you just mainly focus?
I'll probably mainly focus on basketball.
Yeah.
So
when you come out of that, are you going to run in track this year?
Yes, I do plan to run in track. I haven't ran in it since 7th grade, but I'm going to do it this year.
So what will you? Are you an 800 person, 3200? I mean, where are you comfortable?
I'm not sure where they're going to put me in, but I love the mile. That's my favorite. But probably the 3200 and like 800, like those longer distances for sure.
And will it be a part of the 4x8?
Hopefully, I would like to do that. Yeah.
That would be
I think it'd be fun.
So you haven't run since 7th grade.
Yes.
So did you just get back in, or have you been doing cross country since 7th grade?
Yes, sir.
So you've been in cross country, but you kind of backed out of track.
Yes.
But now we're ready to get into that.
Yeah, I'm ready for track again.
Well, that's awesome. Well, so what do you play in basketball?
I play the guard position.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Can you hoop it up?
Yeah, I can play a little bit.
You can play? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is awesome. That is awesome. Well, congratulations again. That's exciting to see. Excited to watch you the next 2 years.
Yes.
If the good Lord don't take me home, I hope to be here and get to interview with you a couple of more years.
Yeah.
Look forward to finding you on the track. I come up to Heber every once in a while and visit with Coach Wilson and Johnette, as I call her, Coach, and visit with them. And hopefully I'll get to see you run this spring.
Yeah. Hopefully.
And good luck hooping it up.
Thanks, sir.
All right, thank you. We'll be back in a moment with the men's winner.
Here we are back. This is Carl Kuntz. We got the winner of the 4A girls cross country meet. We got Carla Landfester. And our girls won with a score of 79 over Heber Springs with 114. Coach, tell us a little bit about your girls, how they did, and how are you feeling about this whole thing?
I'm feeling really good. I got a good group of girls on my team. We started off a bunch of years ago with a group of 4 small girls, and I've grown the program pretty well now, and we've got 30 some girls on the team, and my varsity runners are dialed in, and they are loving the sport of cross country and juggling all sorts of other things, but really enjoying our program together.
Well, we love kids that love cross country because we love it too.
Yeah.
Virginia Brantley's your number 1 girl.
Yeah.
She finished 2nd place, 20.47.
Yes.
That's a pretty good time on this course.
Yeah.
Pretty good course.
This is a tough course. In the past 10 or so years I've been coaching, it has been hard to get the girls to PR at this course. And I don't know if it's a combo of nerves or if it's a combo of it's just a tough
There's
course.
just some faster courses around the state. You go to Chili Pepper.
Yes.
The Chili Pepper course is a faster course
Yes.
than this. I don't know if it's short
Yeah.
are just faster, but
Yeah, we
they're
took
going to run slower here.
We took the girls out to Frank Horton out in Memphis and had a great meet, and that's also a really good course.
Yeah.
But Virginia did a good job. I just told her to go out today and run your own race and don't get out of yourself and hang in there and you'll have a great score. So she did great.
Yeah. These girls, seniors. Some of your top girls there?
Virginia is my only senior in the top 5. The rest are juniors, sophomores.
Claire
and
Lammers.
freshmen. She's a
Lily
junior.
Norman.
Yep.
Claire's so you got those 2 in the top 10.
Yep. Claire, and then Lily Norman's a
14.
sophomore, and I got Emma Childs.
Let's see how many you
and Olivia Glover are both
how many
freshmen.
made All-State.
3. I got Virginia.
So there's going to
Claire
be 20
and
people.
Lily.
Top 20 made All-State.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I
So
should
you
have
had
3.
of them.
I have 3 in the top All-State.
3 in the top 20.
Yes.
Well, that's great.
I'm
And you
happy
did-
with the year. We last year we graduated 3 seniors and 1 last year, and we came back with a good group of younger runners. So
Yeah.
looking forward to many more years of.
Yeah, your 4th girl was almost All-State.
She was
22nd.
close.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's freshman, first year
All
running
right.
state. So
Well, Coach, congratulations, and thanks for coming and
You bet.
interviewing on our podcast.
Yeah.
Track is our field. So
awesome. I love this.
check us out on YouTube.
I will. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
This is great.
Here we are back again with the 4A boys state champion from Shiloh Christian. Congratulations. Let you introduce yourself here.
Thank you. I am Bryce Allen from Shiloh Christian School, 4A, Arkansas.
Right, 16:01:71. That was a good race. Your teammate was there with you for a while, and he's kind of he broke him a little bit, did you?
It was fun.
Yeah, and your team. Let's say who was second, Coach?
Well, that's what I was trying to.
Go to teams.
I think it was Pottsville.
Yeah, y'all were considerably ahead of them. I think it was a pretty convincing win, if I'm not mistaken.
There we go. Hit the scores, Don.
Yeah, there you go. 43-65. Well, tell me a little bit about the race. How you feel about the course?
It's a really hard course. Yeah,
Yeah?
it's a lot harder than it looks. Conditions.
That's what everybody says. Yeah.
Tough. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so it's hard to get a PR on here. If somebody PRs here,
Yes, sir.
they're doing something, because
yeah.
there's a lot of courses in the state that are more flat and just simply a little bit less challenging. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, and it is the correct distance. I can attest to that because I measured it myself.
Yes, sir.
Twice this time. I always measure it. But anyway, how many boys on your team? Most of you seniors. Or you got lots of underclassmen.
We have 2 seniors, and the rest are juniors or low.
Yeah, you a senior?
I am a freshman.
You're freshman. All right, that's pretty awesome then.
Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations. Thanks for coming by on our podcast, and you can check us out on YouTube. Track is our field. Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
See ya.
Thank you.
Okay, we got the winning coach from Shiloh Christian for the 4A boys. Coach, tell us about the meet, and we're going to talk a little bit about your season. How you feel about their performances today, and what did you think about the course?
The course. It's a true cross country course. It's not easy, but it's not too hard. It's a great course.
Yeah.
The little bit of wind and the heat definitely made it tough today. There were a lot of guys not feeling good after the race, but I was really happy with the way we ran. I think we had most of our guys beat their expectations for today.
Yeah.
It's a good thing because Pottsville, I think a lot of their guys also ran better than maybe they were expecting to, and they gave us a really good race.
Yeah.
But I was happy with the way
Well,
we
your
ran.
first 3 were up there really well. I noticed. Of course, you had 1 and 2, and then I saw a couple of Pottsville kids come in. But then your third beat their third, and I could tell it was such that you could tell that y'all had won. But it's not so close that you had to wait on the computer to figure it all out. Well, tell me about your training for your team this year. Like, I'm sure you got started, had a big summer run, probably, and. Y'all do any road racing or anything like that? Or y'all just try to train during the summer?
Yeah. We don't, the guys that's up to each of them individually if they want to do that. The one that some of them kind of do, and it's more the younger guys, is they do the Run for the Grapes in Town, which is a couple weeks before the season starts. But some of them had their track seasons kept going a little longer into the end of June with New Balance and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, building up since June. A lot of tempo miles.
Now, last year, wasn't Thurman Boy your number 1 runner?
He was the state champion
got second
last
today,
year,
right?
and he
Did
was
you
second
fresh-
today. And he ran faster today than he ran last year.
Okay,
and
so
he
it
was
wasn't about him doing worse.
and he was farther ahead of everyone else than he was last year too.
Right. It's
But,
just that freshman coming up there.
yeah,
Well, that's a little easier to take when you're running better, even though
Yeah.
your teammate beat you. So, well, that's great. So, how many kids you got in your cross country program?
and,
Approximately.
and so we got high school, junior high, boys and girls. We've got 30 something runners. We got
Okay.
a little
Not a
more.
lot.
We don't have a lot of. We had 7 high school boys and 7 junior high boys. That's all we had. And
but you got the quality.
but they're all good runners. They're all
quality's there.
running hard. They're all training hard.
Yeah.
And they're running great. The girls, we had a really strong junior high team this year, and hopefully the girls team next year will be standing on the top step of the podium like the guys were this year.
Okay. Well, you had the winner there. He's a freshman. It makes him automatic for the Arkansas-Oklahoma All-Star. Would he be going to that next week?
I don't know if he's decided yet. I hope he will since it's in Rogers. But we're going to NXR, and we're going to Running Lane, and he might also be going to Foot Locker if he's going to Foot Locker too. I don't know if I know Matthew will do the All-Star meet if it comes down to him on the order. But I don't know if they've decided yet.
Yeah. Do you remember what his time was?
He was mid-16s.
Yeah, I think it's like 16:33, I believe it was, and your winner was 16:01.
16:01.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Might be. I don't know if he can make that or not.
Yeah,
We'll see.
we'll see.
See what
We'll
happens
see.
tomorrow. Yeah, with the 6A boys. 16:33. Yeah. All right. Well, then it'll be on the track season.
They'll be on the
Most
track
of your kids,
season.
I guess, most of your kids or all of them run track.
Most of them do. Well, last year I had 4 distance boys in high school track, and they won the 4x800 meters. The only 4 boys I had come out. We got a little more depth this year, thankfully.
Yeah.
But their goal is to win the Triple Crown this year.
Good.
So we were the outdoor. It was a little bit of surprise maybe when we won outdoor last year.
Yeah.
But they've got the goal this year to defend that and add the indoor title as well.
Well, then it'll be pretty quick. It may watch it next week, sometime. Not January the 24th. Yeah, it's going to be a little early, but it's on time I get that facility. All right, Coach. Thanks for coming by. Good luck the rest of the indoor and outdoor track season.
All right, thank
Congratulations.
you. Thanks for all you do for Arkansas track.
I appreciate it.
Well, Carl, we've had day 1 of the state cross country championship here at beautiful Oaklawn Park. Beautiful day. Midday, it got a little warm. Last race though had a little breeze came in. Little bit of cloud cover. Wasn't as bad. I guess the guys in the middle of the day. Morning was perfect. Middle of the day was a little warm, and end of the day it kind of cooled back down a little bit.
Yeah.
Great crowd, great races. Pretty tough course. You hear the kids today talking that the course is kind of tough, and I like that. It's a challenge. It's not a flat course. You got some hills in it.
That's called track.
That's right. That's right. Get around the oval. It's flat. Well, what do you think? Talk to us about your day of what you think.
Well, it was busy being the referee. You got the coaches meetings, which I enjoy that too, getting to talk with the coaches and tell them some of the expectations and things like that. Some of the things that I've observed through the last season or so that we need to watch out for and those kind of things. And we made it through the day. I thought we was going to make it through the day with no disqualifications. We had one little minor deal with a disqualification, but fortunately it wasn't one that had a big bearing on the team totals. But it was good. It's always good watching these kids run. And I will say this now. The numbers and entries in cross country last year was a record high amount of entries. Now, I'm not talking about the actual finishers. 1,913 was the amount of entries last year. This year we've had 1,977.
There we go.
So we're bumping at 2,000 entries. But the numbers of schools participating were down, but that's mostly in Class A, which we'll see those tomorrow. So most of these today's, well, all the division we saw today had a few more people entering in it than they did last year. So that's a good thing.
And hopefully 1A, again, we separated the 1A and 2A, thought we'd see some growth there, but we haven't. But
and just the opposite last couple of years.
Right, but 2A and women's there was 109 that came through and got time today, which that's a good.
109 finished. I want to see how many were entered right here. 2A women entered were 120. So you had 109.
Right.
11 no-shows then.
And then in boys in the 2A, it's pan down. Here it timed 124.
And there was 143 entered. That's about usual.
Right. On that. A great race, young lady from Hampton comes out. Had a great visit with her early in this podcast. Out there by herself, basically, they're starting to build a program, starting to get some teams. She's hoping to, get a little more serious with the rest of those girls on the team. Training, as she said, down a dirt road, and said she does get on some grass, but you could just listening to her interview, she wants it. She says, and she's studied. She says she's been on the internet finding things, talking about training and that, and to win it. She was outstanding.
Student of the game. Well, and I believe we had a South Arkansas win the boys 2A too, right?
2A winner was from Parker's Chapel.
Andrew
Day didn't get a chance because you and I, the podcast with the girls tonight, we both have to run out to get the boys' race started. But Andrew Day went 17:34. And again, that's two of our smaller schools in South Arkansas. Our Parker's Chapel, south of El Dorado just a little bit.
Yep.
Hampton right in there, just north of them a little bit of El Dorado. Had a good one on that end. Again, 3A girls. The Bishop girls dominated that 17-28.
That was no surprise.
Gabby 17-28.
She had 17-43 last year.
And Maggie ran 18-25. And Gabby, we're going to see her, of course, through track season, but she's going to run for the University of Arkansas. And had a great visit with Gabby and Maggie and talked about those things. And, their team dominated 20 points they scored. Yeah. And when you score 20, you should win.
And how about those runner-ups in the girls' division? My alma mater, the Dragons of Genoa Central.
And they're on the way back. That's and good. I heard they've got a really good junior high program coming.
They're good, real good. They beat Bryant at an earlier meet this year. Almost won here, and didn't have one of their top girls.
136 girls ran in that. What's the number count on that?
The 136 ran. The entries for 3A was 147. So about right. It's 11 no-shows. And the boys, we had 207 entered.
Scrolling down, and 124.
Ooh, really? That's a big drop-off.
Yes, sir.
207 entered and 124.
That's what it's showing. It was timed. Make sure I was on the right 2A, correct?
No, 3A.
Oh, 3A. That was my bad. Trying to push.
Yeah.
3A was Caleb McFarland. Won that. So
from Maumelle
Charter.
Charter, yeah.
Yeah, on that. And they had in the 3A, as we yakety yak, don't talk back right now.
Yeah.
It had a lot more running in the 3A.
Yeah.
So I'm still scrolling.
Close to 200 probably finished.
Still scrolling down. 197.
Yeah, there's 207 enters, only 10 that no shows out.
On that, and then in the girls 3A, the Bishops and that's what I was talking about on them. That was where I gave you that number, I believe.
147.
136.
Yeah.
So it's about falling out that way. Then we get to the 4A that we just
biggest group of the day. Yeah.
Finished up. Riley Ferris from Heber Springs, sophomore, basketballer. Hasn't run track since 7th grade, and she said she's going to get out and run this year. She said really likes the mile.
Yeah.
And said I'd love to get on the 4x8 and do some things, but she ran 19:52, and then Episcopal Collegiate, who won it all.
Team-wise.
Yeah, finished 2nd, 10th, 14th, 22nd, and on down. Let's just see how many finished today in the 4A.
Close to 200.
Let's see, had 192.
Yep, there was 211 entered. Yeah.
And then in the boys, we just talked with the coach here at Shiloh Christian, Bryce Allen, a freshman. And you can see it. He looked young.
Yeah.
But they say you got triplets. He's got sisters that are in 8th grade. They're triplets. And talking to a parent out there, it's not the Allen family, but somebody that's just said, wait till they get here. So I'm excited about watching the triplets next.
Watch their 8th graders. He's an 9th grader.
Yeah. So
wow.
Anyway, so there
255 entered. That was the biggest field of the day.
And let's see here. Get down to this. Go keep going. 200.
4A is always the biggest field because they got more schools.
238.
Yeah, 255 entered, 238. That's about right. Yeah.
Like I said, beautiful day, great competition. Kids did well. Lake Hamilton and Oakland had this ready. Everything, the field area was really, you could tell they've maintained it, kept it low.
It's better than it's ever been.
You know,
they got that robot mowers that are going constantly out here.
And it's such fan friendly. I mean, you can stand basically up on top by the timing system and watch the whole meet almost.
Or you can move around a little bit and get in their face many times. You can get in their face 9 times over here on the north end if you want to.
It is. Well, tomorrow, Carl, we bring in, start off with 5A, go to 6A, and then 1A. Yes. Same time schedule, get started and roll through it. And we're excited about here tomorrow, and hopefully we can get those interviews, and maybe we can get some coaches. Most people I talk to do this were like, oh, no, we don't want to do that. So hopefully we can find some coaches that will help us out and do some interviews.
We're tied up,
where we can do that. But again, track is our field / cross country state championship, and we're looking forward to tomorrow. Until then, have a good night, and we'll talk to you soon.
See you tomorrow.